Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I have another deck that is legal in BT14 with no BT14 cards. This is Jesmon. This is a more OTK style of Jesmon that can exist now because this card is at 4. The Savior Huckmon. The Savior of Jesmon, the only shot it has of being competitively viable in my opinion is this card, and it's at 4 again. So we can play a big OTK version of Jesmon now, because before it was like Control, right? You played things like GX with Big Blocker, Ganku X, stuff like that. But now we can actually go and smash face, which is cool. We like smashing people's faces. It's a very nice pastime. So this is Jesmon OTK. I'll show you guys how the deck works, and I'll show you guys what cards we play in it. And if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on Smash Potatoes. That way you know when Oli's Amazing Digimon deck videos go live. For the eggs, the best egg for the job is just Gurimon still. Gurimon here, if you attack with Digimon 6 leap or higher, once per turn, draw a card. And it's just a draw egg. Draw eggs are nice. We love draw eggs, especially in red decks, because when red decks get their pieces, they are extremely powerful forces. So you love to see it. We move on to the rookies now. We don't play a very high rookie count in terms of level 3 red rookies, because we do have to play some white rookies as well, which is important. The deck space is kind of tight that way. So we're playing 4 copies of the Huckmon, the original one, the one that we play at Real Top 5, add a Huckmon, Jesmon, or Sistermon times 2, and then add the other 3 cards at the bottom of your deck. It helps you with consistency. It's a card you love to see. You never hate to hard play it. Sometimes you have to evolve it in the back. Try to avoid that if possible. In the back, you ideally want to evolve into this one. This Huckmon. This is the Huckmon for BT13. It has a really cool effect that when you play a Sistermon, you can evolve into a Bow Huck for free. So it lets you skip the evolution cost and evolve into a Bow Huck, which is good. But it doesn't stop there. You get an inheritable. Once per turn, when you play Digimon with Sistermon in its name, gain a memory. So if you can stack as many of these type of inheritables under your Jesmon stack, you're going to gain a lot of memory and enough to like keep turn, which is really, really, really important. So 4 copies of that one because it's just really, really good. It's your best inheritable. The other inheritable we play in this deck, 2 copies of this Huckmon. This Huckmon's from BT7. It has an inheritable that says when attacking once per turn, reveal top 5 adult Sistermons to your hand. Sounds pretty reasonable to me. Adding Sistermons, you need them for your combos. It's very powerful. For our white rookies, we play 2 copies of the OG Sistermon Blanc. When you play it, draw a card, and then all your other Sistermons gain blocker if you control a Huckmon or Royal Knight, which you usually do. So having blocker, really, really cool. The draw is also really nice. Then we play 2 copies of the Sistermon Blanc that came in the Jesmon starter deck. The one that on play, discard a card, draw 2, and then also you have Decoy Red-Black. Decoy Red-Black on your Huckmons or Royal Knights is pretty cool, because if they would be removed by a card effect, maybe you can sack something else to save it. Nice effect, comes up occasionally, but again, it is there to dig you a little bit because you need the draw power in this deck. So that is it for the rookies. Ideally, if you don't have a level 3 red in hand, you mulligan, but if you do, you try to just normally write it out because there's no chance. There are opportunities where you mulligan and you still don't have a level 3 red, and you really do need a level 3 red. So that's how I play this deck anyway. On the champions. I believe the best champion in red is this Bow Huckmon. This Bow Huckmon acts a lot like the Huckmon from BT13. If you play a Sistermon, it can evolve into a Savior Huckmon for a reduced evolution cost, reducing it by 2. So effectively becomes a 1-cost Evo into Savior Huck, which is pretty powerful. Also has the same inheritable where you get to gain a memory once per turn by playing a Sistermon. So again, lets you refund some memory, get some memory back, maybe keep turn after you go on your Jesmon, which is ideally what you want to do. It's your best Bow Huck in my opinion. The only other Bow Huck we play are 4 copies of the OG one when attacking once per turn for Sistermon. Pops something 5k or less. It can come up, pops some occasional blockers, pops some floodgate rookies, like random stuff. It's kind of okay. It comes up, but I do prefer the other Bow Huck to it. It's just this is the second best Bow Huck we have. Alright, now we do play some white level 4s in the form of some Sistermons, like this Sistermon Cial's a 3 of. This is the OG one that when you play you gain a memory and all turns your stuff gets 2000 DP. It's really there for the gain of memory on play because again, You want to try to keep the turn after you evolve into a Jesmon and blitz at your opponent's face. Cards like CL let you do that because it lets you evolve. I'm sorry, gain memory. So letting you potentially keep turn is good. So 3 copies of that one. Right now it is the best one in terms of the OTK version. We do play 2 copies of this CL. This is a really good CL. And it has an on-play that says one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with Royal Knight in its traits without paying for paying the Digivolution cost. My goodness. But then you get a 1 memory refund when you evolve once per turn. So again, a good Sistermon to play off of like a Jesmon effect might help you keep turn because you might evolve that Jesmon to a Jesmon X for free, and then you get memory back. So it's pretty good. It acts like a CL like the other one in that sense. And then we do play 1 more CL. It doesn't help you combo. It's just there as like an emergency reboot button. When you play it, you reveal top 3 cards, add a card to your hand basically. But then you also have reboot. It gives all your stuff reboot. They can add almost everything to your hand. It can't add Chimeramon, but like it adds pretty much everything else. So, or at least this one. So it's fine, not a big deal. Pretty good card. Yeah, adds your red combo pieces. That's what it's there for. Okay, on to the 5s, and I already spoiled the sauce with this one. Sorry for the spoilers ahead of the deck profile, but we're playing 4 copies of that Saber Hakumon. Why is it so good? Well, it was limited because, first of all, when evolving, play System for free. That part's cool, but that's not the big deal. It's inheritable once per turn when attacking. You may unsuspend this Digimon if you have a Systemon on board. Pretty good stuff. You love to see it. Savior Hakumon is amazing. Now it's back at 4. It's the whole reason this deck even has a chance right now and beats top 2 decks. It's because of this card. We do play 2 copies of this Savior Hawk. This is the BT14 one. When you play Sistermon, you can Digivolve into a card Jesmon in this name for a reduced Digivolution cost of 2. So let's evolve the Blitz Jesmon for 2, which is okay. When attacking once per turn, you can play as Sistermon from your hand or trash. It is the worst Savior Hakumon. We try not to have that one. But if we have to have another Savior Hawk, that is the one to do it. And then finally, for level 5s, we're on 3 copies of Chimeramon. The ideal strat with this deck sometimes needs a Blitz Omni or a Chimeramon for game. Chimeramon, the strat is you evolve 2 level 4 CLs into it, and then you swing for game. Alternatively, if you have 2 CLs and you have like a Jesmon or whatever, you can evolve Chimera into Jesmon and apply a lot more pressure that way. Plus, Chimera has the ability that when a Digivolves, you can add an inheritable to it. So ideally, you add the Savior Huck one that was just unrestricted. And that's the whole Chimeramon game. You love to see it. All right. We play 4 copies of Blitz Jesmon. When Digivolving, Blitz. That's pretty good. For 4. At 12k DP is not bad. When attacking, not once per turn, you can play a Sistermon from your hand for free. And then your turn once per turn, when you play something by an effect, you gain Sec +1 and 3000 DP, making it 15k DP. And then if you play the BT6 CL, all of a sudden you're 17k. Nothing kills you in security unless it's like an option or something that kills you. So the Blitz Jesmon is ideally what you want to do. You want to evolve into this Jesmon, you want to Blitz, and then you want to play some Sistermons and gain some memory with your Sistermons. And the inheritable Hakumon and Battle Hawk that gain you memory. You want to do that, you want to keep turn, and then with the Savior Hawk from BT6, you want to suspend, you swing again for another 2 checks. And then as long as you did a rookie check at some point in the game, or another body that you can check with, that's 5 damage, and then you like Chimeramon for game, or Blitz Omni. We do play Blitz Omnis. But the other level 6 we play, and it comes up occasionally, just not super important for the OTK piece, is Jesmon X Antibody. The only time this card is really good is if you're already swinging with Jesmon with Blitz, and then you play the Systemon CL that can evolve into this. What it does is it has piercing, which is nice. It evolves for 0 on a Jesmon. And then when Digivolving, play a Sistermon, and then if you do that, all your stuff gets plus 2000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn, and you can attack unsuspended Digimon. It occasionally comes up to poke at things that are annoying, but ideally, you do want the other Jesmon at 90% of the time. And that's how it is. But it is there for the odd case where it comes up. Finally, we play 3 copies of Blitz Omni. Again, you want to blitz with Jesmon, keep your turn, swing again, blitz for game, or Chimeramon for game, or both. Sometimes you got to do that. So the 3 blitz only there just to help you close out the game. Very, very, very important. And the last 4 cards in this deck are 4 copies of Master to Disciple. This card is a 2-cost option that when you play it, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, you add a Huckmon or Sistermon or Royal Knight to your hand, you trash the other 2 cards. Trashing the cards is pretty good because you guys who trash Sistermons and those become accessible later, or maybe trash an inheritable that you might be able to grab back with Chimeramon. So like, it's this deck's modified trading boost as well, because you can crack it with delay to reduce your evolution cost by 1. So not as broken as a trading boost in that sense, but I'd argue that the on-play effect is a little more powerful for Jesmon than a regular trading boost would be. And I did try red trading boosts in the deck. I didn't like it. I kept bomb decking things like Blitz Omni, Chimeramon, Sistermons. I've actually whiffed a couple times on it. It left me with a salty taste in my mouth, but not a good salty taste, like a really unfortunate salty taste. Some of you might know what I mean by that. A really bad salty taste. So I cut the trading boost altogether. We're just on 4 Master Disciple, and it's fine. It's an inheritable effect. It's effective security. Does the same thing basically, and then you add it to the board, and you can delay it later to crack to reduce your evolution cost by 1. That's it. That is Jesmon. Shout out to Savior Huckmon as a 4 of for allowing this deck to be viable, and it is doing damage against the best decks of the format, such as Wargreymon, Fenrir, Luga, Security, Control, Yellow Vaccine, Bloomlord, Blue Flare. I'm sure I'm missing something in there, but it's just sometimes an uncontrollable OTK. You just sometimes can't do anything about it. It just blasts you in the face, and sometimes you just cannot do anything about it if someone wants to blast you in the face. And with that, that is Jesmon. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.